And it's not fun to be the person that's like, I didn't get the guy, you know, or I didn't get the girl.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how weird is it still for you to travel with your music?
10. It is so strange, but it's incredible. It's so cool to see what a song can do and where it can take you. So, you know, I didn't think when I wrote Mattress that I was going to end up here, but that's what's cool about songwriting and people connecting with music, and specifically my music, which is so surprising and awesome. And yeah, so it brought me here, which is great.
I've got a little questionnaire for you.
Okay.
Just a few general questions so we can, you know, get to know you a bit better because you're here the first time.
Great.
The first one would be your full name, please.
Sure. So my full name is Brett Leland McLaughlin. So Leland is my middle name. It's not a fake name. It's my real name.
The second question would be, what's your place of birth?
I was born in a town called Biloxi, Mississippi. So in the South, in the United States, the Southeast, on the Gulf of Mexico and in the state of Mississippi, on a beach, not one of the prettier beaches in the world, but it has its own charm to it.
And it's a beach.
And it's a beach is a beach.
Next question would be, name 3 character traits your friends would describe you with.
I like to think that my friends think I'm funny. I definitely do my best to like make them laugh, and constantly doing what we call bits, which are sort of like skits where we go back and forth and improvise. You know, any of my friends, we all are super motivated and driven to focus on what we want to do and you know, just work super hard at it. And so I don't think that's just me. I think that's my friends, because I like that in people too. I would say I'm working on it, but I think they would say I don't think that's necessarily a character trait, but like not the best style, but I'm working on it. I mean, as I like found a cute jacket for today, and yeah, I went to some vintage stores to go shopping. But what I mean by not the best style is once I find something that I like, I wear it all the time. So they already told me before coming here to not wear the flower shirt, and I'm not. So I think I'm doing better.
Next question would be the first record you bought.
Britney Spears, Oops, I Did It Again, that album. I grew up in a conservative home, and so I remember that when I bought the CD, my mom ripped off the front cover because Britney Spears was looking a little too sexy on the cover.
And the first concert you've been to?
Britney Spears. I won tickets on the radio. And I remember when I called in to try to win tickets, I was freaking out on the phone because they had told me that I won live on the radio. And I ran into my parents' room and I was like, Dad, Mom, I won. I'm going to go see Britney Spears. And my mom's, I don't want to repeat what she said word for word, but something to the effect of, you're not going to see her. She's a something. And my dad said, I will take him. I will take him. And my dad sacrificed and took me to see Britney Spears in New Orleans.
And the next question would be, what are your hobbies and talents beside the music?
So whether or not I'm in the studio writing songs or just with friends, I always have a bag of wigs in the trunk of my car. And I'm not the only one. My friends do too. We all sort of have our own collection of wigs. So if we're all hanging out and, you know, having drinks and whatever, we will start just throwing on these wigs and doing characters and like performing for each other. But I do bring the wigs to the studio sometimes to just sort of break the ice. And if we're feeling like weird or funny that day, we'll put them on.
And the last question of the questionnaire is coming from the hobbies and talents to the bad habits.
The bad habits, probably like not drinking enough water. You know, I love soda. I love coffee. I love all the drinks that like you shouldn't. And so then I just like forget to drink water. So I should do that more. And then I'm on my phone too much. But I also love it. So
And coming to your music now, we've been fans from of Mattress from day one.
Thank you so much for that.
What does the song mean to you?
The song, I think the reason why I put it out was because it was one of the easiest songs to write, lyrically and melodically, because it's just a true story about something that happened one night. But it was the hardest song to put out because it's so honest and it's very revealing, and it's not fun to be the person that's like, I didn't get the guy, you know, or I didn't get the girl. It's never fun to be that person, and it's never fun to admit that.
And you wrote a lot of songs for other artists. Please do some name dropping.
Selena Gomez, wrote a song called Fetish for her, and Troye Sivan, who is one of my best friends, and
he told us.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
He is the best. I was just with him a couple days ago, rehearsing at his house for a Mattress music video. So Troy and I we wrote Youth. We wrote There For You, the Martin Garrix song, My, and pretty much every song except for a couple on his next album.
And when was the step for you to say, okay, I want to be my own artist. I want to sing my own songs.
I didn't want to force it. You know, I think there's a balance between like knocking down doors to get what you want, but also if you feel like they're not opening, to just take a second and chill. So I felt like it wasn't the right time for me to be an artist. And so I switched my focus to writing for others. And then when Mattress came, I said, okay, it feels right now. I have worked so hard writing for other people that these artists know that I want to be an artist and want me to be an artist as well. So it felt nice to be able to put out a song and have so much support without asking anyone for it. You know, people wanted to support. So at that time I was just like, I've got Mattress, Spotify is excited, Apple's excited, let's go for it. And yeah, I just like put it out on my own, and Spotify was amazing and put me on like 40 New Music Fridays, which is how I ended up here. And Apple has been incredible too. So it felt right, you know, and I haven't put out a song since. I'm going to put out a new song next month, but it was just more about, okay, now that I have this opportunity and people are listening, let me now make sure I do exactly what I want.
And when you write a song, how do you decide now if you give it away to another artist or if you keep it for yourself?
I'm not too precious when it comes to songs unless I'm like, this is my song, like this is my story. Usually for my songs, I will write them alone, or I write them with an artist named Ali X, who I love so much, who she and I write with Troy, or I write them with Troy. So if it's a song that another artist comes to me and says, I heard this song of yours, I need this song, it just depends what the situation is. If it's a song that I know that they're going to go to radio stations and work hard and promote the song and take the song all over the world, or even if it's an artist that I just believe in, I'm down to give it away. You know, I can always write another song. That's how I look at it. I never want to be too precious. You know, Mattress was very obvious that it was my song and my story. But there are other songs that, you know, if someone came to me and said, I would love to do this song, it just depends who it is.
And I've got 3 more random questions, and then we're nearly finishing the
Great.
interview. First one would be, who was the person you texted last?
The person I texted last was my boyfriend.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Next one is your number one celebrity crush.
Timothy Chalamet from Call Me By Your Name.
He's cute.
He's very cute and very sweet and very smart. And
do you get starstruck sometimes? When you meet, you know, your idols, or? I
don't. I consciously make an effort to like just be normal or be funny so they don't feel like they're interacting with a fan. I always want someone like that to feel like they're interacting with a peer, someone, you know, like a fellow creative. Yeah, I've had some opportunities recently where I could have been starstruck. I like, which was crazy, but I worked with Pharrell like 4 days ago. And I just really consciously went into that session being like, I'm just a creative songwriter. He is too. We're going to bond over that. You know, I love everything that he's done, and he's so talented and so nice. And so you just have to like freak out in the car and then go in, you know?
And last question would be action movie or rom-com?
I love a rom-com, but I love an action movie if it is specifically a disaster movie. Ooh. So like a tornado or a volcano or a space like asteroid, like something like that, I'm all in. Disaster movie, if it's in that sort of world. Action, yeah.